Welcome to the Perth Turf Talk Punter Show. Welcome, Dave.
Punta show now, is it?
Yeah.
Changes every week.
I don't actually know what it's called. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you, man?
Very good. Should we get straight into it?
No, I want to have a chat first.
Oh, okay.
About the railway and the protest and what your opinions are.
All right.
On what transpired last Saturday.
I think I might keep my opinion to myself.
Well, it's just an opinion.
To be perfectly honest, I think that it probably should have been dismissed. I think it's drawing a long bow to uphold a railway, $1 million race. I know other horses got interfered with worse. I didn't think Lucky Grey probably copped that bad a check, and even so...
are we sure it was He's Remarkable that contributed to Warren Ascot going back for the field, or did Big Ted in some way?
I think you could speculate, you could guess based on events that it probably was He's Remarkable, but could you prove it beyond doubt? Not based on the video I saw.
Okay. The majority seem to think that way.
I think it's pretty split, actually.
Okay. I mean, there's no doubt Lucky Grey, if he didn't lose that amount of ground,
yeah, he probably
wins the race.
Won, yeah.
But I suppose it's up to the stewards to prove that He's Remarkable was solely responsible for that. So, yeah, I mean...
Well, we backed Waratah's Secret, and he copped it.
Yeah.
Worse than it, well, maybe apart from Ranger, he copped it worse than anyone. So he was just completely out as far as I was concerned. So to see him run fourth was...
And Rangers were the two hard luck stories out of the race for sure. So, but congratulations to Sean Donald. Bad luck to the connections of He's Remarkable. Hopefully we'll see him back here. We don't really want this to go any further in terms of court cases and whatever. I don't think that's good for the integrity of racing. But yeah. Probably a sad turn of events. I think the worst thing I was saying this morning was that Winterbottom was held up and horses went in and out of the barriers to try and...
That was a bad blue. That was a really bad blue.
Due to the presentation at the railway. You don't hold up Route 1 races to do a presentation for the previous race. That's just silly. So, but apart from that, it was a great day's racing. I really enjoyed it. It was very tiring having the 10 races, but really enjoyed the day. Some quality racing, really good crowd there. That were well behaved.
And we won money, which was good.
And we won money, which was okay, yes.
Should we go on with the first?
Okay, Matt, we can talk about the first. Go on. You know a lot about these 2-year-olds, so...
No, I don't know much about them. So, all I can say is there's 3 Hudson Lightnings in the race, which Nigel Reid will be rapt about. One of my spies has told me that Keep Fath was a brilliant trial, so that's all I can really tell you about the first.
Bottom one's a long row.
Long row filly, yes.
There's a Danehill Express in the race. There hasn't been too many of them go around yet. Yeah, and I think Bellis bred this Advantage Norman out of Everett, which is a mare they had by Oratorio. So interesting race. I haven't done any form either, but I like watching him go around. I like seeing the breeding. Top Stuff was a very good run first up in that tempestuous strike race, come from last.
Avuncular was a good run too, but drawn 14 here. Might struggle a bit from there.
Yeah. So, again, punters, we can't give you much guidance on the first, unfortunately, or on the second or the third, or the 7th or the 8th, for that matter. But we'll do our best.
Race 2 is a 1472 plus. People have told me thus far they think this is a race in 2. I've done the form. There's probably a couple of chances outside Metal Talk and the Tenby Fry, but they're definitely going to be on top in this race. What do you think?
I have those two quite close together, and I had them well clear of the rest. Cobble Lane I had third best. No luck last start, no luck the start before. If he was to get across here and lead or get to a decent posse, he'd be some sort of chance.
I think he needs to do that. I think grabbing hold of this horse is no good. He's a big lump of a thing, free striding horse. That's his only chance, is to stride along in the breeze or go straight to the front and run them along.
He keeps backing away, yeah.
Metal Talk is
up
a
to
risk
14
of
for the first time.
Yeah, risk of over racing here.
Hard to do his best though to get him to settle.
He will. He doesn't let him run along. He tries to get him to settle. So if he succeeds, it'll be hard to beat. But if he gets himself in a struggle with it the whole way, this is a definite risk.
You want to know my theory here?
No.
My theory here is, like Veins in the race is a pacemaker for the Tenby Friar.
Don't be saying stuff like that.
I'm just saying that I think like a Vein with Chloe on will be going forward.
Yeah, I think it will go forward.
We'll be ensuring a fast pace. The Tenby Friar didn't have the fast pace last time. Got out at the right time, was disappointing, but this horse pulled early, and if Like a Vein rolls along and goes forward, that will help the Tenby Friars' chances.
We've all been calling the Tenby Friar a nonny, but in fairness to the horse, it got beat by Lucky Grey, West River Kevidon,
Correct.
and Miss Tipsy Topsy. They're all really good horses.
Yes. Yes.
So we've probably been a little bit harsh on the horse. If it gets beat this week, though, it will be a nonny, I think.
No, Metal Talk on his own is very smart. I just think, beware, because Like a Vein might be putting the pace on, and that will help the Tenby Friars' chances.
It'll help Metal Talk as well.
It'll also help Metal Talk's chances as well.
King Point, any chance?
King Point, not impossible. A bit short for me, 6.5.
Yeah.
Good win first up, had every chance. Nice horse. I can't believe it started that price first up. It's had a good fresh record before that. Yeah, I'll give it an each way chance. But Cobble Lane, I think, is a better chance.
Race 3 is a mile, 86 plus. Sees the return of Whipsaw for a new trainer.
Dean White.
Dean White.
Massive West Coast fanatic, Dean White is.
Is he? I don't know much about him, but he did train London, didn't he?
He did train London, and look of success many years ago. He was quite a smart galloper.
Right.
Good trial, Whipsaw. Very soft trial, and given it's had a long break, I think they're going to try and look after the horse's best interest.
And first up at a mile, soft trial.
Yeah, I'd be saying have a look rather than have a bet. It's a very nice horse. The way it won the Bunbury Cup was quite amazing, but it was quite impressive in the 2 starts prior to that. So it is a nice horse. I have to have a watch on it first up here.
What do you make of Ringmaster 250? It's only 250, 250 left now. It hasn't started for 5 weeks,
5
maybe
weeks.
6 weeks.
Wasn't the railway that emergency didn't get a start last week. I think it'll win. I think it'll lead. I think it'll win. And I think 250's value.
Do you?
Yep.
We're going to disagree there. I think it's some sort of risk, just because of the mile and the 5 weeks off. Smart Twister will pressure, I
Do you think it would have been fit for the railway last week?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Which is the mile?
You know, I think nothing beats
Smart Twister?
Race fitness. I think Smart Twister will pressure it here.
It was ridden along the trial to keep up.
And
Smart
we'll give horses like Almahad, Our Old Fella, even Sentenza I give a hope. I've forgiven its last start.
I think it's a race in 1.
Okay.
I give Sentenza a hope. I think it's a race in 1. And I think value 250 Ringmaster.
Good luck with that. Race 4, the Placid Arc Stakes. What do you think here?
Same again.
I've got this short, odds on.
Night War should lead, should win. Even if it doesn't lead, I think it'll win. Flying Fair is the only horse that could cross it, but I don't think it will.
I think
sit in the breeze.
Yeah, I think Paul Harvey will try and settle this. I think the horse is much better let to stride, so I think in the breeze is probably its best chance, but I don't think it can beat Night War from the breeze. So,
in fact, I have Venetian Prince second best. This is running good races, this horse. And Success Part over-raced very badly last start, and if he settles okay, some sort of place chance, but I don't think they'll beat the favourite.
Night War?
But the favourite, Night War, is close to a good thing like the previous one, Ringmaster.
They're still betting $1.95.
Are they?
Yeah.
What happened to 220 they bet early?
Don't know. Wasn't me. Race 5 is an 1873 plus. Short price favourite here, Miss Tipsy Topsy.
Odds on.
Has drifted.
Out now to look. It's a short price for this horse, considering it started $14 last start. I know she's a nice mare, and I think as the distances increase, she'll only keep improving. However, I don't think she deserves to be this short. The race is sat last start. I think this horse needs to roll along. Nosky on, maybe they'll go forward.
I think he's more likely to let it run along, and it definitely needs to be let to run. Ruined its chances last start, but was still there at the end, kept whacking
away as the horse does, so it could be a chance of an upset. Test the Angels first up, 1800 metres, very good trial. Have to keep an eye on it after the first start. Well, can he pulled his head in last start?
Yeah, I was a big tip for this last start, but I think it might have even choked down. He pulled so hard, so I'm willing to forgive it, and I think he might even lead here, Michael Grantham, on Volcanic Causeway. What about Come Flirt With Me? Down in weight, Haley Diner.
I quite like the horse. He's an each way chance. He's probably too short at 460. but he's an each way chance in the race. Yes, and it's quite a nice horse. I don't know if it's a Haley Aduna sort of horse, to be honest. It's quite a big horse, but has to be a chance.
Have you sat Punta Prince yet?
Up to 18. Haven't watched replay of the last start.
Has won at 18. Won that midweek at getting back.
Yeah.
Over 18.
I need to have a look. I probably have half sacked it. If there's anything such thing as half sacking the horse, I've probably half sacked it. So, but I think Voracious, Tipsy Topsy, come flat with me. Volcanic Causeway, the main ones. And Zilvane, not a bad run first. I beat that ran a lot of ground.
It was a very good run. Race 6 is the 1500 Eddie Brown's Turf Talk.
Eddie Brown's Turf Talk, yes.
Handicap.
He's taken off Perth Turf Talk during the week. He takes ownership from Monday. Is that when?
And he'll be doing the preview next week.
Yeah.
Eddie Brown's
Brown
preview.
in combination with Burnt Caviar. Is it Burnt Caviar?
Carry on.
Race 6 is a very, very good race, so I haven't done form one yet, man.
I have done a bit of form on this race, and I've got it very wide open. Final Cut is the favourite, very short at $4.
Big turnaround there.
Same as Miss Tipsy Topsy, you know. $1 million to 1 last week, and short price favourite this week. Up in weight. Had the run to suit last time. They went that hard in front. And I like another one out of that race. I did like it last start, but end up facing the breeze in very fast time. Hartley's Hangover. William Pike back aboard. I'm just not sure where it'll get from the barrier. That is the only problem. But I got this race very wide. Arete, I'm not sure how you say that. Good chance here. Pure Heaven, good chance. Got sent back to the trials and just went around behind them really.
Roman Nose with a very smart Tom Miller camp.
Roman Nose faced the breeze and really just hung on, but it's got to have a chance here too. Will be up the front. Tough race, very tough race.
And two scratchings, kind of Food Kiema and Miss Safari.
I think the value here is Hartley's Hangover. They're betting $9 now, so.
Yeah, with $9 Willie Pike is probably the bet just on his strike run, I suppose. But looks an interesting race. Yeah, Final Cut to me is a big overcorrection from being 50 to 1 1 week. Pure Heaven been running good races. Freshened up, well not freshened up, had a trial between its last run and now. If you forgive its last run, its previous 2 runs are very, very good. Has to be some sort of chance. I really haven't watched the race replays yet. So.
It pulled up with cardiac arrhythmia last start, so you can cross that off.
Okay.
Its 2 runs before that were pretty good.
Yeah, well that race it looks like it should be on paper. Food for the Snow.
Hasn't been going well enough for me.
Okay.
I think it's a bit under the odds.
Alright, race 6, interesting race. Eddie Brown, all the best.
Race 7 is the staying event, 2268 plus. I like the look of this race. I haven't done a lot of form on it yet. You'll get a bit of pace from Bobby Benzine, Senor de Gama, it's Judgment Day, so I think it'll be truly run. The short price favourite is Dancing on the Wind. Never been over the trip. I think as far as it's gone is 1800, so has to be a risk for mine at that sort of price. Senor de Gama, a bit of a one batter, needs to be ridden aggressively.
See, Carberry's gone off for Night Fury to ride it, you think?
I'm not sure about that. Carberry hasn't been able to settle Night Fury at either of its last 2 or 3 runs. Like, over-raced quite badly, so maybe they've tried something different there, I'm not sure. But either way, I think the pace will suit Night Fury here, and it's been racing like a stayer. It's just been batting away, so I think it's got a good hope of making the distance.
Okay, so while I'm looking at the market, I'm not convinced Dancing on the Wind's a stayer, and I think that's too short in the 3s. Senor de Gama has to be a chance, but even it's a bit short. It's a bit short as well. Mr. Cow, Willie Pike, you know, suited by the step up, should get a nice run and it should be a decent pace.
And can stay the source.
Has to be some sort of
that's the one that's value there at the moment.
When it beat Manila Ice Cream back in the summer, Manila Ice Cream had every chance to beat it from memory.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a good chance. And Night Fury, you know, this horse is bloody hard to catch because he over-races that bad. But if he gets to settle and he gets a trip, he'll be very hard to beat, I think.
I think we're guessing to say that he won't over-race, but
yeah, don't like the bottom ones. Super Hawk, better run last start, can improve the other 3 you can have. Bobby Benzine, classic Clan Reflection. But a good race. But the first two on the betting I reckon a bit short at this stage. Senor de Gama and Not the Dancer on the Wind.
Moving on to the last.
The ultimate
is a 1562 to 74. Romp to Fame's going to be the clear-cut favourite here at $3. It was a good run first up, and last campaign was also a good run. Only won narrowly, but they cleared out from the rest by a long way from memory.
Yes, they did, yes. Yeah, the day the money was on.
I think it might be a nice horse, but I've had a quick look and I can't find any pace at all in this race, which makes it a little bit dangerous.
Well, I said to you last start, the Grand Approach can go forward, you went about the last. So, Carlton Street's been going back, New Time's been racing handy. You're right, there is a lack of pace here. Rosa May has led before, but...
None of those have led for a long time though, have they?
That's true, that's true. That's true. You know a horse which is a big price here is Chenify, drawn one. P. Nucky, only been length and a half last start. This horse could even lead. This is a horse that can race keen. I would probably, if it jumped well, give the opportunity of leading and seeing how it goes.
$17 available.
Big price.
P. Harvey under Pearlesque.
Don't knock the horse. Had too many chances for mine, and hasn't broken through recently.
Been a little bit disappointing. And Defy Me, new trainer.
A lot of ability this horse. I want to watch it with the new trainer. I haven't seen the trial yet though either. But for mine, the favourite appears to be a bit short on paper. Chenify Grand Approach, if either of those two from the good berries were to go forward, I think they could show up here. But it's a bit of a raffle given the lack of pace. You'd like to
you
know
wouldn't be
going
confident
forward. No.
Going into the last, that's for sure.
No.
Best of the day for you is obviously Ringmeister, the
no,
250.
But Ringmeister and Nightwall, both of them, I think, will be winning.
All up, Ringmeister, Nightwall.
All up, absolutely. Yep, Ringmeister, I can't find them beating this.
And I like Miss Tipsy Topsy a bit, just on class in that race. I don't think the rest of them are much good. Voracious, we're guessing if they let him run. If they don't let him run again, then Miss Tipsy Topsy will beat him easily.
Do you want to do a lay of the day today, given we've got a bit of time on our sleeve?
Have we?
Do you have a lay of the day? Do you want to lay Ringmeister, mate? Do you want to put your
put my nuts on the line with Ringmeister? Maybe not.
I'd like you to, given I like it.
I've got it price favourite. I don't think I could make that the lay of the day.
You can't make it the lay of the day?
Miss Tipsy Topsy, I can't. Final Cut's my lay of the day.
Final Cut's lay of the day?
Yep.
Okay, well my lay of the day is Dancing on the Wind. Hunters, I think it's too short. It's a query at the trip, and it's too short in the market.
And if either one of those wins, Jason will do the preview naked next week.
Which means it's going to be a very, very poorly lit scenery or background. Now, one more thing for our new punters betting on Punta. Our prices will be up today on Best Bookies if you want to have a bet. We're also betting a product called Top Fluck Plus, which is guaranteed best fixed odds price in Australia, 1 point above the official Top Fluck. Ask us for details.
You have to ring for that.
Or email. You've got to ring for that, yeah. Ring Matt or I on 0894796037 on race day, or pre-post on Matt's number 0419993322. Thanks.
Thanks, punters.